Hello people, my name is Rage and welcome one and all to Hearthstone Tavern Brawl. After last week's just amazing Brawl, I'm kind of worried it's going to be a disappointing follow-up, but you know what? I'll place my faith in you, Blizzard. I will. It's new, and you must be this tall to brawl. Okay, I like the name. Welcome to this very dangerous brawl event. Construct a deck with all your best spells, but this brawl is too intense for small minions. You may only use minions that cost 7 or more. Okay, I like it. Alright then, let's be real here. Looking through all my choices, Mage by far and away has the kind of oomph that you need from early game spells to run this brawl, but it really comes down to one card, Unstable Portal, because that is a really reliable early way to get a minion on the board before your opponent can even slightly play one. Now obviously totems are going to be quite good, so we'll have to see how Chris Two-Face has built his deck. I like his name. I mean, I'm assuming it means he's gonna backstab me at the nearest opportunity, but I'm mainly liking to imagine that he just literally has two faces, kind of like Janus style, the god of two faces. It's kind of his shtick, really. Alright, so how happy am I that I drew Unstable Portal? Now, thinking about it, I'm not actually sure why I put Arcane Missiles in. I guess it helps for Paladin minions and things like that, but we shall see. And look at that. Isn't that perfect? And the good thing about Mage is we can set up mirror entities and effigies long before a minion's ever going to touch the board, so we get pretty much guaranteed value out of them. And that is very, very exciting. So, in theory, we should stomp it quite well with this deck. I mean, the Kraken's in because the 4 targeted damage should come in handy with the little bits of pokiness I have. I assume he's going to Earthshock and then Lightning. Oh no, Rockbiter is going for it himself, but that's fine. We're actually making him do stuff, whereas we're kind of just stockpiling cards, and that's really awesome. There it is, lovely jubbly, because he can't physically trigger that with anything less than a 7-mana minion, which is really freaking ridiculous when you think about it. So I'm kind of excited. Obviously we can just ping his 1/1 away and kind of just chill. It's a very neat brawl in that you're basically just watching each other for 7 turns, trying to set up the best possible state and then just kind of going for it. So I think I am going to Arcane Missiles this time, just to get rid of the Taunt Totem, more because I just can, really. And then we've got Dr. Boom, which, let's be honest, is kind of just the best first play in this entire brawl. So he's going for the coin. Here we are about to get our 7-mana creature down, and we get our own Stealthed Assassin, so that's pretty nice. If only I still had Arcane Missiles so I could Flame Cannon and use them. That'd be perfect. But as it stands, alas, alack, we are not allowed. Now, the question is, of course, what's he going to do with his assassin? Killing Dr. Boom makes sense, but then he's still in a very precarious state, so depends if he's got the follow-up spells to make this worth it. I do think going second with the coin is probably a disadvantage here, because although you get to a minion first, you're always going to be behind curve when it comes to the power of these big minions. So, Chris Two-Face, what is your plan? Oh, I see. I understand. That makes sense. Oh, that is pretty damn good. That is pretty damn good. So I'm just going to go full face here, and then I'm going to see what this does, because Chaos Reign! That actually didn't go that horribly. In fact, kind of didn't do anything, really. It just literally killed the boom bots. I mean, yeah, he's got to figure out a way to get past these, but they're only on 2 health each, so he's not going to have much trouble doing it, but that was neat. Oh, Ancestral Spirit, eh? Not a horrible idea when we're restricted to big, powerful minions. Oh, and he got the Taunt Totem, the lucky goit. Not that it matters, of course, because I've got the spells to immediately get past it, but I bet he's feeling pretty good about himself right now. Ain't that so, Chris Two-Face? Ain't that so? Flame Cannon... and then Frostbolt, and then... No, I'm showing you all the ways I have to kill you! Oh, that is so sad. That is so sad. Alrighty then, let's move on to the next game. See, this isn't too crazy of a brawl, you know, it's not ridiculous, anything that's happening, but it's nice. It's an interesting rule set. And it's kind of cool to see Hearthstone imagined as a game with only high-cost minions. Because I like spell battles a lot, to be fair. The brawl that encouraged them was a lot of fun. Alright, I couldn't have asked for a better opening hand here. Well, I guess I technically could. We'll see what Polymorph comes back as. Yep, that's pretty good. See, my plan with Polymorph Boar is to get my 0-2 taunts from Mirror Entity, Mirror Image even, and turn them into boars and start pumping out some early damage before he can really even do anything about it. So, hopefully that'll pay off for us. Watch us get, like, Deathwing from Unstable Portal, so it changes nothing about the brawl. Are you ready, Any Ashy? Any Ashy, really? So we can have Ash from Siege, Ash from Pokemon, Ash from a third thing that has Ash in. To be fair, I don't actually know of that many things that do have Ash in. Yes, I am going to do the unthinkable next turn and turn my boar into a boar, but a better boar. I'm going to upgrade my boar, for I have the spell knowledge. Oh, that kind of sucks. I need to go for the Unstable Portal more than I do the rest of it. Stalag, not bad. And you know what? I don't even care anymore. I'm just going to poke him for a damage. Yeah! I doubt he'll waste time, effort, or cards on killing a 1-1 boss, so it should survive the turn. Hopefully, but you never know. Oh, no, he's actually going to kill it. Oh, he's going to... Wait, what? That seems like such a roundabout way to get rid of that boar. It really does. Alright, Stalag. Let's do this thing. Not a bad one to get, though, against a priest. Although a priest does have good early game spells, so I can see why he is playing priest. But unless he's got Shadow Word Death, he is in for a little bit of trouble here. He's going to silence it for some reason, despite me not physically able to... What? Why would you waste the silence? Unless my other Unstable Portal had given me a Fugan, there's no physical way for me to... You know what? I'm not going to question it. You do you, Any Ashy. You do you, and that is fine. Yeah, we have Flame Lance in this deck, because it's actually kind of useful against only high-cost minions, because you're not going to be pressured in the early game, so you can afford to put these more meteor removal cards in your deck, so that's kind of nice. Obviously, he's just going to heal himself up, so... that does suck, but at the same time, we should be fine. This is kind of a waste of a hero power, because he's just going to use his and heal up through it. I mean, what does suck is I may be a little bit low on 7-mana minions, because as it stands right now, I'm not going to be able to play anything next turn. Thought Steal, really? I mean, I guess it makes sense. You know, you can buffer your deck out with it because you don't want to overload it. I'd say 20 spells to 10 minions is probably pretty good with this brawl, but hopefully he got a load of crap from that. Effigy as well. I mean, honestly, that's good. We've got a really good setup here, but it sucks we have nothing to play. Hopefully he's got unlucky too, but I don't believe that for a second. We're totally about to see Dr. Boom. Come on now. Ain't nobody fooling anyone here. Put it down, Any Ashy. You have 10 cards. You gotta play something, and then you gotta give it to me. It's a Core Hound, which actually isn't horrible, because Flame Cannon and a Ping, and I get rid of it, and then I get to keep the Core Hound, which is a lot of damage to my opponent. There's been some very tame games here. That's certainly true, and yeah, it is very much worth me getting rid of it, honestly. It just gives me such an overwhelming advantage at this stage, especially as I'm going to get a replacement 7-mana minion if he does decide to use his other Shadow Word Death on it. So we should basically have this game in the bag. Do you have a plan, Iniashi? Meanwhile, I'm going to run off with some amazing valuable oh, I lost it and it smashed. And that's how I lost my archaeological career. It was really quite sad. Well, that sucks. Ragnaros obviously very, very good in this brawl. I don't know if Ragnaros killing my Core Hound will trigger Effigy. I don't know if it happens in the same turn. It might do. Yeah, it does. Okay. That's pretty good. What do we get? Ah, Guardian of Kings. That is sad, but at the same time, is nothing we can do about it. So we'll get rid of Ragnaros quite nicely, and then just keep the pressure up. Next turn, obviously, Sneed's going to get whacked down here, because Sneed's is very good when it comes to this brawl, because, you know, 2 legendaries for the price of 1. They're really stuffing them in there in that shredder. I don't even know how they've managed it, honestly. It seems very effective what they're doing here. Okay, yes, you can all you want, Iniashi. Ooh, Onyxia. Interesting. I mean, I've still won the game because of Pyroblast and my attack, but interesting. Very, very, very interesting. There's the 10, and ba-boom! Well played. I do seem to be doing fairly well with this deck, don't I? But then again, I've not really been facing anything I would consider serious challenge yet, so we'll see what happens with our final game of the day. Who will our opponent be? What class will they choose? I am genuinely surprised. Yes, I'm surprised that we've not faced another mage yet. Like, surely this time, right? Come on. Come on now. No, Paladin, Captain Teach. We got Blackbeard all up in here, looking good. Arcane Intellect is awesome, so for now we'll get rid of these 3 and hope we end up with some of our early awesome cards. And we do! Welcome, Unstable Portal, welcome. I can't spend the coin because I need to be able to get my minion out first. And of course, Paladins got their own secrets, which do actually help in this, but they can't use Mysterious Challenger, because obviously that's 6 mana, so I wonder what secret it will be. I mean, potentially the reduced to 1 health kind of makes sense. And here we go. What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? Not horrible. It at least kills 3 recruits, which is really the biggest advantage to it. Though I am gonna Arcane Intellect next turn, so I can't get rid of all of them. I wonder if he is gonna slowly poke it down. If he ignores it, then I'm convinced that that's probably going to be a get down, in which case that is a little bit worrying. Yeah, it is. But that's fine. We've got the Arcane Missiles next turn, which should help clear up the board, especially if he summons a dude and then just trades with my Warsong Commander. I have been very unfortunate with my unstable portals so far, I think. The best thing was the Blackwing Technician. Awesome, this is a very nice little turn there. Hopefully we get rid of them. We do, and then on to the face. So it's whether I save my coin for turn 7 and get a Force Tank max out, or hope I draw a 7 minion and coin it out on turn 6. I think the early pressure is probably better, but I'm not inherently sure. Okay, now that it's Dr. Boom, that's not really a question anymore. We're playing Dr. Boom next turn, everyone. Yes, we are. Oh, man. Ooh, the Hammer of Wrath. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Some early damage, he gets to cycle it. Honestly, I completely agree with that. It's a good job that hero powers don't trigger secrets, otherwise this would suck really, really badly. And here we go. Let the slaughter begin! Assuming he doesn't have a really effective way of dealing with this, like humility or... Actually, no, just humility, because obviously he can't have Keeper or follow the rules. What's your plan, Blackbeard? Which is, it's weird imagining the infamous pirate Blackbeard as a holy crusader of light, but I guess that's what we gotta do today. But that's fine, you know, that is fine. Yep, get rid of the Boombot, that makes sense. And minimum damage, that kinda sucks. It is weird to me that he didn't play a 7-mana minion, because presumably, hey, he does actually have it. What did I say? I mean, I'm sad that I called it, because I'd rather, you know, have an effective Dr. Boom, but still, it's cool to see him put that in, because it does really make sense. This kinda sucks, but alas, alack, we have nothing else to do. I'm hoping he plays Tyrion, and then we get our own Tyrion and can polymorph his. Otherwise, I'm just sneezing it up next turn, which is excellent as well, because it protects me against an Equality Consecrate board clear, which would really devastate a board full of big, high-cost legendaries, apart from Force Tank Max, actually. So that's a pretty good choice as well. He really doesn't have anything to play yet? That seems ridiculous to me. It really, really does. So, I mean, he's not going to win doing this, so I just wonder what his plan is. We'll get rid of that, may as well, and at least a little bit more than 1 damage. You could say that was 100% more effective than the last bomb, and when you put it like that, that sounds amazing! Ah, statistics. You are one of the world's deadliest weapons, are you not? Yes, you are. What we got, Mr. Son Alex Straza? Well, thank you for the 8-8. I do appreciate it. Really not worth it for you, my friend. That I will say. So I think what we'll do is get rid of Alex Straza with this, because I don't want to do any trading, because I want this to be available for me in case I do get board wiped here, and then I think we will polymorph this into a charging boar and push out some extra damage so that next turn, even if he does somehow manage to clear the board, we just pyroblast our way to victory. So this worked really well. Granted, Mr. Teach over here did like nothing effective all game, but still, you know, that's nice. I mean, he can do the board clear and hope that nothing with above 8 attack pops out of my Shredder, which is fairly likely. Like, from what he knows, that's the best play. I mean, technically, his best play is Equality Consecrate and 2 Holy Lights on his face. But I highly doubt he's just going to bust that out from nowhere, so we'll see what happens. I mean, he could go for the Tyrion and block my attacks, certainly. The Guardian of Kings, kind of not really anything there. He tried, I suppose, is the best compliment I can give him. Oh no, hang on, he's got the humility. He technically does survive. Isn't that lovely? That is just the best. So we'll go for the face, and then we get eye for an eyed. Nice. Looking pretty good. Thing is, I don't want to kill him yet. I wanted to see what popped out of my Shredder, but I don't think we're going to get the opportunity to, and it's so sad. It's just so sad. Well, good night, Captain Teach. You may bathe in flames. Yes, you will. Kinda kills you, but it does wonders for your complexion. Either way, guys, there we have it. Mage victory indeed. You must be this tall to ride Brawl. Poor Murlocs. Only Neptulon can make Murlocs happen in this Brawl. Oh, that is disappointing. My name has been Rage. Like if you enjoyed this and subscribe for more. Goodbye.